Hi, my name is Benjamin Emond. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you very much for your time, and it's an honor to be considered for a position here at East Providence Public Schools. One lesson plan which stood out to me as showing my values as an educator was a lesson that I completed this February with my 6th grade students at Martin. It was a lesson plan which was connected to one of my favorite subjects, and I think one that the students really enjoyed. It was a comparison between Athens and Sparta, two of ancient Greece's most powerful city-states. Specifically, this lesson was part of a writer's workshop on writing hook sentences for our 5-paragraph essays that we were writing as part of a larger unit that we did on ancient Greece. The lesson started with the students coming in with a warm-up on the board that was posted in their Google Classroom. The warm-up was posted with a picture which showed an ancient fishing hook and posed the question, in writing, what do you believe a hook sentence is? The students were expected to enter the room, locate their Chromebooks, and send in their responses on Google Classroom. As the students were sending in their responses, I was taking attendance and monitoring their progress on the Google Classroom page to see who had been sending in their answers. After all the students had completed their responses, I did a quick discussion around the room that was led by the students, asking them what they believed a hook sentence was. And after about 5 minutes, I feel that the class came to a very good conclusion of what hook sentences are in writing. From there, I transitioned into a modeling activity where I had 3 different hook sentence types posted on the board. One, a fact, another, an opinion, and another, a question. All ways that a writer can use hook sentences to draw their readers in. After modeling to my students the 3 different types of hook sentences, I gave them a 15-minute workshop time to work on drafting their hook sentences. I gave them 5 minutes to brainstorm and 10 minutes to work on their writing. As the students were writing, I monitored progress around the room, walking around from student to student, checking on their progress as a facilitator. There was any student that was struggling with the topic, confused, and to provide positive examples from students who are excelling with the project. Here are some examples of some of the hook sentences that I ended up from this lesson. To complete the lesson, I finished with a whip around the room, asking every student to share their hook sentence while I instantly gauged their progress and their understanding of the lesson with summative assessment. I was able to gauge how much the students were able to take in and understand while providing positive feedback in an environment where it was easy to share and grow as writers. This lesson stood out to me as a very good example of classroom management, a positive environment, and it also directly related to 5-paragraph writing, critical thinking. The main focus question of this lesson was for students to decide whether Athens or Sparta were the superior city-state or why. That was what we were writing our 5-paragraph essays on in February. And, having a good hook sentence is something that really grabs the reader in, and it was very important for these students to learn these skills. Because with Summit this year, I found that a lot of the students hadn't done much writing up until 2nd quarter. And writing skills, critical thinking are all very important to me as an educator, and I know that it's important to our students for their success. The reason I chose this lesson as a lesson to represent me as an educator is because I believe that it showed my ability to manage a classroom from the start of a lesson to the end. The warm-up allowed students to transition from one class to another in a quick, quiet, and productive manner. It also got them thinking about social studies. The picture utilized the multiple intelligence theory and allowed students to pull from information that they may have already known, to recall information, and to form their own opinion on what a hook sentence really is. Anyways, the modeling portion of the lesson gave my students the opportunity to see 3 different ways that a hook sentence could really be completed. It also gave them the structure that they needed, especially as 6th graders, to learn this topic. Giving students a structured amount of time to work on drafting their hook sentences gave them the sense of urgency that they need to be pushed to succeed, while giving them enough time to really brainstorm, think about their writing, and form a great hook sentence. While they were writing, I was able to frequently check in with students to see who was succeeding with the topic and to intervene when I noticed that a student began to struggle. This gave me my best opportunity to see that all of my students were productive and that they were succeeding in all the work that they needed to complete. Lastly, I chose to use a whip around to give my students more exposure to sharing in a classroom environment because we had a debate coming up for this project, and frankly, they needed more chances to speak publicly and to be confident about their own ideas and opinions. For me, building an environment where it's positive for students to share and okay for them to fail and learn from those failures is one of the most important things to me as an educator. The whip around also gave me the opportunity to see which students succeeded with the lesson and understood what I was talking about, and to see which students that I needed to spend more time with going forward. So it gave me the ability to have immediate feedback and a form of assessment, which is very important in today's classrooms. I wanted to finish with thank you for your time. It is an honor to be considered for a position here in East Providence, and I hope that you enjoyed this lesson plan, and have a good one.